So we've already had some snow here in New York, but I did get to the drag strip on their last day open, and I got some times with this thing. I did get the spark problem figured out. That was spark smoothing in the tune, which is only on manual transmissions. It's supposed to keep them from like bucking in parking lots and stuff like that. I Googled it. Some people had issues with it, and I unchecked spark smoothing, and everything was perfect. So I gave this thing 27 degrees of timing, up from 20 when I did that hack at the last time at the drag strip. I made a bar adjustment on the lower control arm here and moved it from this spot up here. Originally, I had it down here, so you can see how much anti-squat I've taken out of it. And it did run the best times this car has ever run, mile per hour and ET. So I made that bar adjustment to loosen up the anti-squat a little bit. And oh my God, it feels better. It feels really, really good. Parking lot at work agrees too. It slides really nice. Here we got a race car / baby hauler. So I'm hoping this simple anti-squat geometry change that I made fixes my wheel hop issue, because if it doesn't, then I gotta do something different about shocks, because it's probably an issue of not having enough damping on the rebound. Now I'm gonna do some test hits on the slicks. Might not have enough grip to even see if this works. Does it look like it's planting the tire real hard and bouncing, or just spinning and you can't tell?
I can't really tell.
Well, I guess this ain't really telling me much, huh?
Probably not.
Okay, moving some wires around here in the PCM. So pin 32 here, this is the clutch position pedal switch signal. This is the Camaro lineup that we have here. That'll allow me to do like a poor man's two-step, basically. And then here on my truck wiring that I had before, this is the wideband O2 that I had set up for bank 1 sensor 2, 0 to 1 volt reference. I can't get this to work in Tuner Pro, and there's no way to modify a PCM logger that I can find. So PCM logger has an option for the EGR position. So I just moved this one to here. And moving these pins around on the PCM right now is a lot easier than getting into the harness that's all done up here. So good enough. Scaling's a little bit off, but that was easy. I think all I gotta do is change this 958 to 10. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of HVAC this winter, because this sucks. Yeah, I can see great in there. Holy, look at all this Moparbage everywhere. Now I'm gonna get the Roadrunner out of here at least so I can work on the Beretta. This right here is why I'm surprised that Mopar passed tech. It's leaking coolant and oil. Borrow these scales from a race car buddy of mine. So we're gonna see what it weighs in street form. Then I'm gonna put it in race mode and see what that weighs. Okay, this says 3124. This is at street weight, which I did measure at the landfill is like 3,400 with me in it. I ain't that fat. I don't know how accurate that landfill scale is, but 3124 with probably quarter tank, something like that, full street weight. So now I'm going to convert it over to a drag setup, which I didn't do last time, and see what that weighs. Okay, here's the drag exhaust on, and really all I'm doing, I mean, Engine Master says a extension helps. Since my collector is way up here, I don't think an extension will make much difference in power. But what it does is give me a place for my wideband O2, and also this is my narrowband O2, just to make sure it's not too close to fresh air. That's basically what this one's for. And this pipe here kind of fits terrible, like a Sidewinder. But that pipe was actually for my 3400 with the single down pipe that came through from the V6. And it's close enough for what it needs to be. So, race weight here, 3096. That does mean, though, that when I got that aluminum LS in there, I'll be under 3,000 pounds. I mean, right there, basically. I like how these LEDs will help me see under here, hooking up my straps. That is mint. Kiddo, what time is it?
Race car.
Race car time? Okay, up bright and early. Let's go racing. All right, this car sounds god-awful with that exhaust, or lack of. But first run, right off the trailer, 13.5 at 104.7. So that's 3.7 miles an hour better than I was already. So if I get that 60 foot down, my V6 60 foot at 1.8. So if I can get this 60 down just a couple tenths, I'll have the other car beat. wifey's video. I'll see more of that hop again. So it's trapping better than the V6, but it's still not ETing better. So that's just suspension, getting that sorted out. I almost want to leave this engine in here until next year and see if I can get a 12 out of it, because maybe, I don't know. That cool race car? You like it?
You're gonna go fast?
You gonna be a racer?
You're gonna go fast?
It looks so good. Why don't you get at the freaking hook? Alright, looks like we got one run left. I'm gonna try and pussyfoot the clutch because I don't really have any other options before I get some more compression damping on these shocks. I'll have to do like some double adjustable Vikings, I think. See what happens. So I'm doing big brain stuff here. Getting my coolant temp to drop by running the fan even when the computer isn't actually calling for it. I got a 160 thermostat. I had it down to like 168 or something the last run. So I thought that moved out a little bit better than the 60 there. Still gonna need a shock adjustment to really be happy, I think, though. Dude, that thing's beautiful. I'm gonna talk to this guy. So I stop and I talk to this guy with the beautiful GMT 800, and he's got a tube chassis Beretta. It's his son's truck, and he's got a tube chassis Beretta. It's kind of hilarious. So I guess that's going to be the final for this year. It is a 13459 at 104.2. There's definitely more in it if I can get that 60 down. Getting the wideband working in the data log is awesome. So this is the only run that I got today that was slower than my best run from the other day. So it's definitely working better. So I didn't run exactly the numbers I was looking for, but this winch stayed right here, so that's still a pretty good day. I've certainly had worse days at the drag strip. So I heard in the runs a little bit of a vibration, and there we are. There's a little bit of a witness mark. This drive shaft was originally going to be 3-inch, and then because of the length, it had to be 3.5, which made this super tight on this mount here. So I guess I would like to open this up some.